Help yourself to a refreshing tin of Spacer's Chaw while you wait. Emeraldville region is powered by the Spacer's Choice geothermal facility. Spacer's Choice is proud to bring the colonists of Halcyon moderately innovative technology at a reasonable price. Spacer's Choice, the best you can afford. Oh, Transformer shutdown. Shutdown protocols. Warning, please avoid attempting to modify or tamper with Spacer's Choice electric transformer while powering it. Active, doing so may lead to death, catastrophic injury, and irreparable damage to the transmitter. Alright, well, I guess I won't be doing that. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, I've already been through there. Already down here. Right, so... I think that's the exit I actually want to go through. It just shows me whatever the closest one is. Good. Hello.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months.
Nope,
Guess the
that's
boss
not me.
finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
What are you babbling about?
The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine!
Okay.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising.
Oh, I see.
When
You're
the
one of them.
swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be?
Silas sent
Cowering
me.
beneath your
You
cot?
owe him your grave
Or
site
standing,
fees.
shoulder to... I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
He sure did. He's asking for a little extra to furnish the resistance with mechanical repellent.
Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple of bits for just such a project.
I found this bundle in the Cantina's lavatory. I think it's yours.
It is indeed, and I will thank you to hand it here. You got some quick eyes, what with detecting my carefully hidden cache. Resistance could use your talents.
Not this automechanical uprising nonsense again.
An army of auto-mechanicals planning the total destruction of the human race is the very opposite of nonsense. It's, non-nonsense.
So, if your resistance needs another gun, I'm for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. So tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
What do you need done, sir?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Okay, well, I got a question for you.
Go on.
What exactly do you actually do here, besides spout auto-mechanical nonsense?
I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially? Unofficially? Strictly between you and me. I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Okay, I got another question for you. What do you have against the auto-mechanicals?
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculars.
Pretty sure that's what they were programmed to do.
Mechanicals have been programmed to eliminate the human race. They've been programmed to replace us. First, they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you be.
Go on.
Definitely can't get into there. Alright, well, let's get back to Silas real quick. Drop off this. If I remember right, there's actually something down here? No, okay. I think that's someplace else. Clearly. Ow. Hi, Lucas. What are you doing, pups? Alright, buddy.
Grave digging's a fine profession.
Hey, got those fees
Oh,
you
you
wanted.
run into any trouble?
I'm all done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I'll hold you to it.
Something I can do for you?
We need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
You first. I know you buried him.
Well, yeah. It's what I'm contractually obligated to do. What's this about?
His solid gold teeth could be worth something if you pulled them out.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
I'll keep an eye out for him, I
Let
guess.
me know if you find anything.
Alright, see you around. Alright, so. What I need to do is get that up that one more point. Get that up to one more point. That's good. Alright. So now I can add stuff like that. Alright, let's go talk to the guy in charge, pick up Parvati, and get going with the quests.
Miss Holcomb, I need to explain this to you. The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a get. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'll wait till you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
We can start with introductions. I am Alex Hawthorne.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I do not work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let me guess. You want me to do something for you before you'll help me?
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left town for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
All right, let's get going.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me.
No, it's
just
fine.
Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I met the vicar. He asked me to find a book for him.
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
All right, well, I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by again.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
All right.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Not
Oh,
quite
Miss
yet.
Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spiritual counsel to those that need it.
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been quite interested to make our outsider's acquaintance.
I haven't found your book yet.
Please, get it.
Of course. But I had something I wanted to ask you.
What would you like to discuss?
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed's asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So, what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Right, just talk everybody into coming together. I'll keep that in mind.
If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge.
What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
Seriously? That's what you're selling here?
Selling? No. It is free for all who seek it. I'm sorry you don't find these tried and true words of wisdom to your liking.
All you've got are platitudes about enjoying your work? Have you looked around here lately?
Have you? These people need something. Anything they can grasp to survive. Delving into the metaphysical minutiae of the grand plan would be nonsense to them, if not worse. My apologies. The townsfolk are having a tough time of it, and it's been difficult for me to enrich their lives. They are good people. It is just difficult to reach them.
Alright, well, I just thought of something else that I need to be doing. Alright, well.
Easy.
So, I'm going to stick with ranged. For 21, ranged damage 10. Oh. Let's see if we can, if we apply a different weapon. Weird. Seven. Okay. So clearly she is designed and built around a melee build. Oh, it's this one. So we will switch this to... Alright, this should be fine. Alright. No, we're just, my wife and I are talking here. She cooked dinner tonight. It's been a little bit. I don't know. She hasn't texted me yet. And her and I both ate just slightly too much. Because it was delicious. And we're both, like, overfilled.
Okay, gone quiet.
Let's see what this does. Oh, well, let's just go ahead and do that first off. Messages. Hey boss, just want to check out on the new Saltuna Light project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines for the product, and I think some of them will really catch customers' attention. Dear Lawrence, I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Saltuna. I've just received a response from corporate. They are not interested in your idea of a light version of Saltuna brand because we'd rather not compete with ourselves. But they are interested in the idea of a lighter Saltuna. Effective immediately, we have been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Saltuna, thereby saving bits on every can. This is exactly the kind of breakthrough our cannery needs. In fact, our logistics department has just confirmed my request to have you transferred from the marketing division to the cannery. Can you imagine, Lawrence? You'll be rubbing elbows with your fellow workers on the canning line, filling each slightly heavier can with slightly less Saltuna, hour after hour, day after day. This is a great and tremendous honor for you and for me. Effective immediately, your position in marketing division has been terminated. I expect you to report to our foreman tomorrow morning. Your uniform will be deducted from your pay. Personal files. Ideas for Saltuna Light taglines. Melts on your fork, not in your mouth. Less fat with some Saltuna flavor. It's brine time. Now with the satisfying crunch of cartilage. You can't spell Saltuna without salt. Note, also you can't spell Saltuna without omps. Potential to market towards families? Leading scientists say it's still food. The Saltuna will thank you. Warning, may cause auditory hallucinations. We'll add more later. This guy wasn't exactly good at his job. Evicted. That's a little bit closer. Well, that seems overpowered.